22 without a whip I can swoop. Feel like I'm finna my own dome.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this, pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway on the hill here today, Mackenzie Gore.
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty good at the end of the day.
All right, ready to get underway. Ian Happ up to hit. That one outside, and away we go this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And gone! The first batter of the game leaves the yard. And that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike one.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
To the right side. And that squirts through.
We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Next offering is outside. Tucker on at first, nobody out. Swing and a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a base hit. Tucker headed for third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
He was all over that one.
Batting
a lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. A little bit high, and that's ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Next offering upstairs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Two down. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Dansby Swanson stands in. That one fouled hard the other way.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
The shortstop takes the ball. And that skips in the dirt.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. First and third, one down. Battling here as he fouls it away. The kick, the 3-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nabs it. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and they lead by 2.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Here's Nico Horner. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 2 outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air, and that's a foul ball. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry. To first, and he breaks for second. Oh, the tag, and he's out. And that will end the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cubs 2, and the Nats coming to bat. And we're back. And on the mound today, Shota Imanaga.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Lifted in the air, out to left. Happ makes the grab, 1 down. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
And it's fouled away. And now the
That's a ball.
count is even.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Clips the corner. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now.
First strikeout for him in this
Batting
one. That
third,
splitter's maybe the
left
go-to
fielder,
pitch when he's looking for a
James
swing and miss
Wood.
like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Two down, base is empty. James Wood now at the plate. That one pushed to the left and foul. Two outs, base is empty. And it's 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in, and that is that. Top of the second,
Leading
so
off
here's
with the
Horner
Cubs,
now.
Second baseman,
Chris,
Rico
baseball
Horner.
today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the
That's a ball.
players that we see day in, day out. Line to left, and it goes just foul.
That's out.
Horner checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. And that's a swing, according to umpire Matthew Ross. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And that one is inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting seventh, center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And stepping in is the speedy Pete Crow Armstrong. And that
Ball.
misses. 1-0.
1-0.
Now snap throw to first.
No, he's
Horner
in.
back in on a dive. Nobody out. Runner at first. And he was nowhere near that one for strike one.
1-1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That one
0-2.
misses, and a count 2-1. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
2-2 count.
Horner aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside. He's through it, and that's a strikeout. So up next, Gage Workman. Ball one, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's the ball to second, but way too late. Safe there. One out, and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Check on the runner. Horner back in on a dive. 2-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
That's outside. 3-1. One out, and a runner at second. Clips the corner, and the count's full.
Count is 3-2.
On the ground to third. Tenna sends it across to first, and there's two away.
Batting ninth, catcher Miguel Amaya.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. That's towards center. Young has this one sized up and makes the grab. And that is that. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C. We head to the bottom of the second. And now up for Washington, Nathaniel Lowe. Shota back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Foul ball there. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Got it. And now one away.
Batting fifth.
Here's Josh Bell.
Hitter Josh Bell.
And first offering is fouled off. Shota, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Next offering is in for a strike.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
In time to Bush. 2 up, 2 down. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Hammered down the right side, but foul. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment.
Throws across the diamond. That's out number 3. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
Now the
Cubs,
left fielder, Ian Happ.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. Ground ball to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Tucker, a former All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Just missed.
That's the ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
And downstairs. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. One down, base is empty.
3-0.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And Kyle Tucker will take his base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Runner on at first with one gone. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And there's a foul ball. Tucker, the base runner at first with one out. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And they get the out. One left for the Cubs, but they're on top 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
Fought off foul.
Well, these Nats definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swing and a ball popped up. Swanson makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting 8th, third baseman, Jose Tena.
Jose Tena will hit next. And that one clips the corner. One out, base is empty. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Jacob Young.
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jacob Young. And a foul ball. Misses outside, ball 1. Inside, almost got him. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one missing inside. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Tapped softly on the ground, and that's just foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Grounds one to short. Swanson fires over to first. Nats go down 1-2-3. Nationals go quietly. They trail things here 2-0. Start of the 4th.
Leading
Now
off
it's the
for
shortstop,
Cubs.
Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson.
And it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. The throw in. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Ball 1 there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting,
Pete
center
Crow
fielder,
Armstrong,
Pete
the
Crow
next Cub to
Armstrong.
hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This one in the air. Low. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Gage Workman.
Gage Workman, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that one wrapped foul. delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Cubs 2 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the 4th for C.J. Abrams now.
Washington, shortstop C.J. Abrams.
Called strike right there. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. That finds the mark on the inside corner. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Crow Armstrong makes the catch for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. His first at bat was a strikeout. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Tucker pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1.
Fouled off to the right. On the ground to first, Bush. He'll do it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And the Nationals gone in order. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in Nationals Park, ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Gore back to work. And that one off the outside edge.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Has room, and he makes the
now
catch.
Batting, left fielder, Ian Happ.
So the batting order turns over. Digging in, Ian Happ. He's already homered in this game. That one finds the corner, and that's strike 1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Happ lays off. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one ripped, and it goes just foul.
Ball 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And the next pitch is way outside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it's through for a hit.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat,
Up
your
next,
chances
for
of
the Cubs,
succeeding
right
go up.
fielder,
And
Kyle
right there,
Tucker.
we see the result.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Mackenzie Gore, done for the day, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for
Now on
the
the mound for the
Nationals.
Nationals, DJ
Number
Hurts.
77.
Just trying to keep this one close
DJ
here. And this is
Hurts.
where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. First
Ball
pitch
1.
misses.
Counts 1-0.
And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one in there across the letters. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Lucas Sims getting loose out there. Number 68 getting cranked up as well. Late swing, foul to the left. Hat at first, one gone. Ring him up, says Darryl Parker. That's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And here's the DH for the